Hey everyone, in this video we'll be covering annihilating enemies using demons and Vikings. This is almost just a Viking video, but I'm including Shaz and sort of indirectly Shepnock here to cover life devastation and sort of throwing in sort of a baneful way at our enemies. And this is not about small curse work and trying to torment our enemies who have wronged us once. This is about full life destruction and sort of not anything that can be taken lightly, which is why it uses Vikings in a different way, because they will only, in some cases, strike when it's completely justified, and you'll see that with the demons too, and sort of a lot of other spirits like the Greeks and Egyptians. They don't strike unless it's completely justified, and that's when there's enough damage to you and others. And in this case, you're almost trying to debilitate them because they're such a detriment to yourself and other people that you know, and they just need to be taken down. And Shaz the demon destroys enemies and those who have harmed us through prolonged mental and emotional torment, and guides them through an extended period of impossibly horrifying events that devastates them completely. So this lasts several months. I would say years, but that would be sort of other spirits like Baal possibly, and Shepnock, and Magenti, Andromelis possibly, of the demons. And for the Viking aspect of this, Balgia, the Viking spirit, causes enemies to go through a very impossibly intense period of life destruction where they're guided to ruin their reputations among their own people, and that means that they kind of screw up around people they know, and they get kind of destroyed for it, physically, verbally, whatever, and their reputations are destroyed in that process, thereby destroying their lives, minds, and anything they care about almost without reservation. So this is very heavy-hitting and possibly not even large, but strong stuff, and this is almost a Mars-related power from Balgia. And the complementary spirit here, which is almost bigger than both of these, is Fenrir, the Viking spirit, which would cause sort of almost a Saturn-like devastation to them, causing enemies very striking moments of terrifying damage and life catastrophe like car accident, not fired from work, but something that devastating, or in some cases like not divorce, but if a couple is not meant to be together and they are bad together, we're talking about serious damage. And these are just examples. I don't mean to be. This is not about being offensive, but this is as big as it gets in terms of devastating our enemies and annihilating them in a very real and not to be taken lightly whatsoever manner, because this is about real damage, and that's just all the warning I can give, because these are real spirits. This is real. Annihilation is a real word that means something huge, almost like catastrophe. It's a humongous event, and that's just how it is. But Fenrir can help sort of bring them through catastrophe as it's justified, that brings them into much greater harm and life disaster that prolongs into sort of cataclysm over months and years to come. But these spirits are very good for ensuring that our enemies don't get ahead in the wrong ways, where they might be acting unethically and basically just physically damaging and mentally and emotionally damaging others along the way, and that's not right. And that's why we use demons, Viking spirits, Egyptians. I have other videos covering the Greeks, Sumerians, Enki, and Nana, and a few others. Dumuzi is very powerful for prolonged contact and letting your enemies know that they messed up, they fucked up, and this is not a joke, that these spirits will have them pay for their the suffering and torment and damage they've caused others. But if you'd like to learn more about these spirits and other sort of baneful magic, and we have obviously life clarity and life breakthrough kind of magic videos too, other spirit combinations. But if you'd like to learn more, please check the link below to learn more about the spirits. And as always, please have the spirits guide you to where you need to be. Thank you.